Welcome to Henry Willer's Movie Reviews, where I take a look at films I've never seen before but others likely will have done, and continuing our LGBTQ plus journey around the world. As it's Pride Month, we're going to be heading over to England and take a look at the 1961 film starring Dirk Bogarde, Victim. God, it's hot. I do know a bit about this film. I know that it was the first feature to, in the UK at least, to use the word homosexual at a time when it was illegal and could carry a sentence of several years, or you could opt to be chemically castrated. They're not great options. I am a big fan of Dirk Bogarde's work. I think he's a fantastic actor, so I'm looking forward to finally cracking this nut. Let's go. So, we follow a man named Jack Barrett who is being pursued by the police for robbery of some cash from his employment at a building site, and said man is trying to get in contact with a lawyer to help him out, Melvin Farr, played by Dirk Bogarde, so he can flee the country. But Farr is avoiding contact with Barrett, and it appears that the young man is being blackmailed, hence why he stole the cash from his employer. It's a very interesting subject matter for a film. Obviously, we discover the reason that he is being blackmailed is due to him being gay, and throughout the story we find several gay men who are also being blackmailed with photographs of them with other men, and being asked for, threatened that they will turn them over to the police if they do not get a cash exchange. Now, Farr himself is gay, and it's revealed the reason he was ignoring Barrett was because they were lovers secretly and thought that he was trying to blackmail him. Just this whole business is incredibly backstabbing. You don't know who you can trust. Bogarde was gay himself, and so portraying such a role in the early 60s could have been absolutely disastrous. However, there didn't appear to be a whole heap of backlash for it, at least for him portraying that role in terms of, being investigated by the police or anything. And he did continue to work with great filmmakers, though the fact that he wasn't married and always appeared to be single hampered his possibilities of making it in Hollywood. But, who needs Hollywood anyway? And he was also a writer on the film, which I suppose makes sense given that a lot of it would probably come from his own experience. A lot of actors turned down roles in this film though, including the part that went to Sylvia Sims, who plays Laura, Melvin Farr's wife. Apparently Mark Kermode stated that the reason she took the job was because she had worked in the theatre with John Gielgud, who himself was gay, and introduced her to the laws which banned homosexuality, of which he was a victim himself. Also, a family friend of hers committed suicide after they were accused of being gay, so the story was probably quite close to home for them, and she felt that this was a story that needed to be told. Also, Dennis Price and Hilton Edwards were both gay, and they appear in the film as well. And it's intriguing how the blackmailer himself appears to be gay, and this idea that it was dog eat dog, and he was just making money off other people's misery, people who he was in the same boat as them. It's just... And this was a serious problem that was pervasive in society at the time, and it's incredibly sad. There are still parts of the world where presumably this happens due to homosexuality being outlawed, or just simply not accepted. Regarding the film itself though, it's very well made, and the pacing's excellent. It's a really great noir, and it's got some really superb writing, and it looks great as well. I wasn't familiar with Basil Dearden as director, but he did a splendid job here. And the acting too is great. The centerpiece of the film really is this coming out scene where Melville comes clean about how he knows Barrett to Laura. And it's just excellent how everything just unravels.
They're going to call me filthy names. My friends are going to lower their eyes, and my enemies say they always guessed.
And I love how they don't pull any punches using coded language. He flat out says that he's a homosexual. And apparently Bogarde himself wrote the scene, which just makes it all the more powerful.
I'm gonna give this
I know, son. This is a film that really envelops you in mystery and intrigue. You know where it's going, but you don't know how it's going to play out. And that's a real strength of it. So those were my thoughts on Victim. I thought it was a great piece of work. And let me know what you thought of it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can also check me out on Letterboxd. And check out some of my reviews. You might enjoy them. Who knows? Take care. Bye. I was actually blackmailed myself once. But it was really down to my own stupidity, really.